There is nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. Mediocrity knows nothing higher than itself, but talent instantly recognizes genius. Education never ends. It is a series of lessons, with the greatest for the last. It is my business to know what other people do not know. What you do in this world is a matter of no consequence. The question is, what can you make people believe you have done? My mind rebels at stagnation. Give me problems. Give me work. Give me the most abstruse cryptogram or the most intricate analysis. And I am in my own proper atmosphere. I can dispense then with artificial stimulants, but I abhor the dull routine of existence. I crave for mental exaltation. That is why I have chosen my own particular profession, or rather created it, for I am the only one in the world. Life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man could invent. We would not dare to conceive the things which are really mere commonplaces of existence. If we could fly out of that window hand in hand, hover over this great city, gently remove the roofs, and peep in at the queer things which are going on, the strange coincidences, the plannings, the cross purposes, the wonderful chains of events, working through generations and leading to the most ineffable results. It would make all fiction, with its conventionalities and foreseeing conclusions, most stale and unprofitable. It may be that you are not yourself luminous, but that you are a conductor of light. Some people, without possessing genius, have a remarkable power of stimulating it. I am a brain. The rest of me is a mere appendix. To the great mind, nothing is little. I'm not a psychopath. I'm a high-functioning sociopath. Do your research. How often have I said to you that when you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth? Do you remember what Darwin says about music? He claims that the power of producing and appreciating it existed among the human race long before the power of speech was arrived at. Perhaps that is why we are so subtly influenced by it. There are vague memories in our souls of those misty centuries when the world was in its childhood. One's ideas must be as broad as nature if they are to interpret nature. A man always finds it hard to realize that he may have finally lost a woman's love, however badly he may have treated her. Watson, look up in the sky and tell me what you see. I see millions of stars, Holmes. And what do you conclude from that, Watson? Well, astronomically, it tells me that there are millions of galaxies and potentially billions of planets. Astrologically, I observe that Saturn is in Leo. Horologically, I deduce that the time is approximately 3:15. Meteorologically, I suspect that we will have a beautiful day tomorrow. Theologically, I see that God is all-powerful, and we are small and insignificant. What does it tell you, Holmes? Watson, you idiot, someone has stolen our tent. From the first day I met her, she was the only woman to me. Every day of that voyage, I loved her more. And many a time since have I kneeled down in the darkness of the night watch and kissed the deck of that ship because I knew her dear feet had trod it. She was never engaged to me. She treated me as fairly as ever a woman treated a man. I have no complaint to make. It was all love on my side, and all good comradeship and friendship on hers. When we parted, she was a free woman, but I could never again be a free man. How sweet the morning air is. See how that one little cloud floats like a pink feather from some gigantic flamingo. Now, the red rim of the sun pushes itself over the London cloud bank. It shines on a good many folk, but on none, I dare bet, who are on a stranger errand than you and I. How small we feel with our petty ambitions and strivings in the presence of the great elemental forces of nature. There is nothing more to be said or to be done tonight, so hand me over my violin and let us try to forget for half an hour the miserable weather and the still more miserable ways of our fellow men. No, I'm not tired. I have a curious constitution. I never remember feeling tired by work, though idleness exhausts me completely. Now is the dramatic moment of fate, when you hear a step on the stair which is walking into your life, and you know not whether for good or ill. I loathe every form of society with my whole bohemian soul. I would rather remain in my lodging buried among old books and alternating from week to week between cocaine and ambition. the drowsiness of the drug, and the fierce energy of my own keen nature. I am not the law, but I represent justice. My business is that of every other good citizen, to uphold the law. To his eyes, all seemed beautiful, but to me, a tinge of melancholy lay upon the countryside, which bore so clearly the mark of the waning year. Yellow leaves carpeted the lanes and fluttered down upon us as we passed. The rattle of our wheels died away as we drove through drifts of rotting vegetation. Sad gifts, as it seemed to me, for nature to throw before the carriage of the returning heir of the Baskervilles. My sympathies and my love went out to her, even as my hen had in the garden. I felt that years of conventionalities of life could not teach me to know her sweet, brave nature, as had this one day of strange experiences. Yet there were two thoughts which sealed the words of affection upon my lips. She was weak and helpless, shaken in mind and nerve. It was to take her at a disadvantage to obtrude love upon her at such a time. Worst still, she was rich. Our highest assurance of the goodness of Providence seems to me to rest in the flowers. All other things, our powers, our desires, our food, are all really necessary for our existence in the first instance. But this rose is an extra. Its smell and its color are an embellishment of life, not a condition of it.